Hey, it's Patrick from J&P Cycles, and let's talk about how to choose the right tire for your motorcycle. And this can seem a bit daunting if you're new to motorcycling, but it really doesn't have to be, and we'll show you a couple of steps to narrow down your options to make your decision very, very easy. All that information is on the side of the tire. We actually have a video on how to read that information. I'll go ahead and throw that in there for you guys. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is identify exactly by the specs what tire you need for your motorcycle. And let's start with size. A lot of people wanna change size of tires when they put them on their bike. Specifically, they wanna go a little bit wider. That's not always a good idea. Shoehorning a size up onto your bike just because it fits by some thin margin on either side of the fender isn't a good idea, because tires will grow as they go down the road and they squat and flatten out a little bit when you hit bumps. You can get into some problems that tire starts rubbing inside there and you don't know it. So I highly recommend going back with the same size tire or what you have on there. And you're gonna wanna go back not only with the size, with the type of tire it is. So if you have a bias ply tire or if you have a radial tire, you're gonna wanna put that back on there. Generally, you're not supposed to mix and match radial and biased. It does happen on occasion, but with whatever you take off, I would put that back on. Another thing, make sure you get the right load rating and speed rating for your tire. This specifically comes into play on like older model baggers that were still running 130s and 150s. You could get a tire that was made for a Sportster and it would fit on there. It was the same size. The difference was the load rating. If you put that tire on a bagger, it's gonna break down much faster and actually be kind of dangerous. So make sure you're getting the proper load rating and proper speed rating for the tires. So once you have all of that stuff figured out, you can actually plug those into a tire finder on our website, and it's going to sort out what's available after that. So you can say, I need this size tire with this load rating, and it's gonna give you all those tires. From there, if you want a more vintage looking tire, you can make that choice. Or you can make choices based on how you wanna ride the bike. Something like a Metzeler Cruise Tech here, it's gonna be stickier, it's gonna be a more performance-oriented tire, but keep in mind, you're not gonna get the mileage that you get out of that tire out of, say, a Metzeler 888 or a Michelin Commander 2 or 3. If you're looking at doing a lot of touring, probably gonna look at something like a mileage tire. Also, there's a good chance you're not gonna be buying your front and rear at the same time. Rears tend to wear faster. Mixing and matching isn't a great idea. I recommend going back with the same type of tire that is on the front, that is on the rear, just for safety's sake. The other thing is, what kind of rims do you have? Do you have a mag wheel or do you have a spoked wheel? Because that's going to be a big factor in what and how you choose your tire. If you have a spoked wheel, more than likely, unless you have like a BMW adventure style bike, you're going to need a tube for that tire. I do not recommend reusing your tube. It's generally about a $15 or $20 bill for a new tube, and it is well worth it. Also with that tube, buy the $2 rim strip. When you get in there, you'll see what I mean. That rim strip is what protects that tube from the back side of your spokes. It's worth it if you're gonna go to the trouble to change your tire to go with a new tube and a new rim strip. And when you're choosing those tubes, you wanna look on your rim and see where your valve stem is exiting. Is it in the center of the wheel or is it in the side of the wheel? Make sure you buy the proper tube to go back with your tire, or that tire is going to be useless. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop us a comment. Go work on those motorcycles.